Hey guys, my name's Sarah and welcome to Not a Green Thumb. This week I had the opportunity of going live on Instagram with Petra from Fruition Seeds, and we got to look around my garden and talk about it a little bit. So instead of my usual garden tour, I'm just going to post that here. I have her permission to use this video, and I will have all of her information linked below, so make sure you check them out. Fruition Seeds is an amazing seed company. I've bought seeds from them. I love their seeds. They have great customer service. I highly recommend you check them out. So enjoy the video and I'll see you very soon. Bye.
Friends, welcome. We are about to meet and greet and tour the incredible gardens of Sarah. And yes, it's time for another episode, if you will, of Fruition's garden celebrations and consultations. And I am just so excited to see Sarah, and soon she'll be sharing our screen with us. In the meantime, I wanted to introduce you to my dear friend and my very new friend, Sunset Hyssop. I've loved Anise Hyssop for years now, and I have only just met through the great glories. If you don't already know Frank and his Wild Garden Seed Company in Oregon, please do yourself a favor. And she's perennial, zones 4 through 10, so what's not to love? Hello, Sarah, and welcome!
Hi.
Ooh, our internet might not be the most fabulous collection.
Yeah.
But yes, what would you love to share with us? What questions do you have? Oh my goodness, tell us everything. Where are you?
Sure. Where do I start? My garden's actually really small, so that's great. Right now, I'm actually transitioning between my summer garden and my fall garden. So, it's really, some things are dying, and then other things are like full of fruit, and then other things are seedlings. So let me turn the camera around and I'll give you a look. So let me back up. This is Arden.
Beautiful.
So I
I
have 3 raised
love
beds. Thank you. My husband is a carpenter, so he built all this for me. We're in the process of making like a hoop to extend the season.
Perfect.
So in here, all these little tags are showing beets and turnips, and I've actually got some coming out here, which is exciting. These are Brussel sprouts, which I've never grown before, but I feel like I didn't start them early enough. I started them really early, but I don't know, they're just being slow to take off, but that's okay. Try again next year.
The good news about Brussels sprouts, they are a full season crop. Like we plant ours in May, plant them out in the ground in May. We're in zone 5, but even they're the same genus species as kale and collards. And so even if they don't get large enough to actually make beautiful Brussels sprouts, once it frosts significantly, just eat them like you would any other leafy green. And you'll be like, wait, this is a delicious plant through and through. And you're right.
Oh, yeah. And I'm hoping that having the hoop over this one will give them a little bit more time so we can see. And I've put some spinach in this bed. I'm gonna put kale in this week, some cauliflower, stuff like that. And then I want to show you this. It's pretty cool. I'm growing purple beauty peppers this year. I
Oh,
tried
they
last
are
year and failed.
fabulous.
Yeah, so this year they're looking really good. So this whole part of the bed was peppers, but I just only kept the ones that had fruit on them. So like I have this one that just needs more time to finish turning. So I'll pull those out when they're finished. These were my Blue Lake pole beans. I kind of let them go because I want to save the seeds. So like some of them are getting close. They're not quite dry yet, but
Love it.
I used all of my
That is
seeds
so
this
exciting.
year. So I was like, I need to save them.
Yes, that's the spirit. Yeah. That is the
I'm pretty
spirit.
excited. Have you ever seen one of these? This is a woolly thyme plant.
No.
Is it not?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so cool.
That's amazing. And do you cook with it? How does that texture feel?
I honestly have no idea. I haven't tried. it's so pretty.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
bring myself to harvest it. But I
I
mean,
don't blame
it
you.
it was advertised at the nursery as a perennial herb, so I'm assuming that you can. I'm thinking because
Amazing.
I'm going to harvest some. Well, I have a bunch of tomatoes that need to be processed, and I'm gonna finish harvesting them tomorrow. And then I usually just use regular thyme in sauce, but I think I'm gonna try because I'm doing a food processor recipe. I'm gonna try that thyme and see how it tastes. But yeah, here's all my tomato plants are like bending over and they're they're sad, but I still have some
Oh,
on. These are
look at
purple
that. So
bumblebee
much
tomatoes.
abundance.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm really excited. They're so good and I hate tomatoes. So that's saying something. They're so yummy. They're the only tomato I've ever eaten raw.
Oh my gosh, what an endorsement. That's amazing.
I know. I know.
Oh,
I like force feed them to people. And then my other tomatoes are San Marzano.
beautiful.
Um, I did have over here in this area, I had some homestead tomatoes and a black brandy wine plant, but I pulled them out just because they didn't have any fruit on them. And all in here
Mm.
is all radishes, carrots, parsnip, stuff like that. So I'm hoping they will have enough time.
The
I'm not gonna
parsnips, you
cover
don't
it.
have a chance. The parsnips, you don't
No,
have a chance. But the radishes for sure, and the
that's
carrots,
okay.
maybe.
Yeah, they'll aerate the soil, so it's fine. It's worth it anyway.
Yes. And where are you again?
I'm in
Ooh,
southern Ontario, so I'm zone 6A. But I
beautiful.
also live in Canada near the lakes. And so,
Mm.
like, there is no reliable seasons. So we might not get frost till December, but we also could get a frost next week. Like, you have no way of knowing. So
Oh,
it's fine.
well,
I'm like, I'll just keep planting stuff. And if
yeah.
it doesn't work out, oh well.
You've got a great thing going on. You've got yourself beautifully staged to go forward and be well fed no matter what happens.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, what else have I got? I'm trying a lot of new plants this year. So in previous years, I've always just done things I know that will eat. And this year I decided to be a little bit more adventurous.
Mm,
So here, these are all Chinese red noodle beans.
amazing.
Um, yeah, I saw them, like a picture of them hanging over a trellis, and they looked so amazing that I was like, I have to do those. And I'm hoping that now that the tomato plants are out of their way and they'll have more sun, that they'll take off because they've been itching. And then hopefully
Mm.
they'll go up and over this like amazing trellis
Oh,
my husband made me.
oh my
So
gosh, he is so
yeah,
talented.
he
You
really
make
is.
a
Like
marvelous duo.
I had a baby in February.
Mm.
Yeah. I had a baby in February and I was like, I just want a pretty garden. So he spent his paternity leave building me a garden.
Oh,
And then
oh,
I
you
think my favorite thing about my garden that's a little bit unique is I have this is like a flower box that's up on our fence and it's all parsnip. Sorry. It's all but mostly
oh,
carrots and there's radishes at the end. Um
fabulous.
because the soil that's in our
Fabulous.
beds is um kind of dense. So I filled this with like
Mm,
store bought, really fluffy soil. And then in the spring, I'll
mm,
amend it with my compost so it's a little bit better. And
perfect.
then I'll show you another thing. I gotta run though. Is we have a flower bed right outside our door. Another one, there's construction going on, so don't mind the mess. But we have this flower bed.
Oh, cool.
So I have flowers in the middle, and then this
Beautiful.
is iceberg lettuce, and this is romaine lettuce,
Fabulous.
and we just do like a cut and come again because like that's my door. So
Yes.
it's so much easier for dinner.
Oh, I
And
love
it's the only
it.
reason we eat salad because it's right
Oh,
there.
Sarah, that is so glorious. That is so glorious. Arm's length, literally.
Yeah, it's right there. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Put a window box in by your kitchen, and that's where you grow your lettuce.
And what did you use to fill that bed?
Honestly, I just used the soil that was in it when we moved in. But then for this fall, I amended it with some composted manure, just a little bit to kind of, because you could tell that the soil was just spent beyond measure. So, so I gave it a little love a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
So
amazing.
yeah,
You have such an abundant and beautiful, beautiful garden, Sarah.
thank you. I love it. It's my happy place. It's where I go when I have a screaming child. I'm like, oh my gosh, get me out of this house.
Oh my gosh, they are so fortunate, and they're going to get to grow up with an amazing garden surrounding them. I'm sure that
Yes.
arbor is going to be there for years. And what do
I
you think you'll
know,
grow on
that's
the
what
arbor next year?
well, I was actually thinking of growing some flowers on the arbor. Um, because there's so much room on it. Like I can put 4 or 5 different crops and have tons of room. So
Ooh.
I was thinking of doing some flowers and then, beans, peas, basically whatever I feel like. I might try some personal sized melons. We'll see. Like my zone where I live, the growing season is really short, and so like it's who knows if you can grow melons, but we're gonna try.
Oh my gosh, try our August ambrosia. It's a watermelon, and it's actually one that we developed with Cornell because I grew up, we're here in Zone 5, so it's really fun because we're south of you, we're in New York, but we're in Zone 5, we're at like 2,000 feet. And so I grew up here in the Finger Lakes in Zone 5 thinking that we couldn't grow watermelon. We would grow watermelon every few years and we would not get a watermelon. And so I'd be like, well, we just have too short a season. And so then I realized then I moved to Maine in like 2002 and to work full time on a farm on the upper peninsula of like, or pardon me, on the next peninsula east of Acadia. So like way, way, way
Okay.
down east, even shorter season. And we grew cream of Saskatchewan watermelon. And I was like, wait a minute. Turns out you just need different seeds, like well adapted seeds. And so when I moved back to New York and
Yeah.
got to know Michael Mazurek at Cornell, and he's just an extraordinary human and an extraordinary plant breeder. And so he tucked us under his wing and helped us develop a watermelon end of July this year. And then I had one for breakfast and one for lunch. Like, I eat a lot of watermelon, it's true.
It's
So yes,
amazing.
grow August ambrosia. I'm really confident that it will surround you with so much success. Maybe I can tuck a
I'll
packet
have
in
to
the
get
mail.
those seeds. I actually almost bought that Saskatchewan one this week. I was
Oh
looking
my
at the seeds. I did get the sugar baby watermelon because I know they have a shorter season. But I mean, I'm always down to get more seeds. I have way more seeds than I think I'll ever be able to plant, and I still buy more because I'm like, the way I convince my husband is I'm like, we have to prepare for emergencies, and we just experienced one where all the grocery stores were sold out. So now he's much more on board with my compulsive seed purchasing, even though this was a problem way before COVID.
Honestly, these are the silver linings of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it turns out seeds are one of the most essential currencies on the planet. American dollar, take back seeds. Like,
Yeah. I know. I started a Facebook page for just specifically for seed swapping because there wasn't anything like that. There was just like one for all of Canada. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying postage to BC. It's like
amazing.
forever away. So that's been really fun. I've done a couple seed swaps with people now, and I'm becoming very quickly addicted
Amazing.
to it.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I'm so glad and welcome to this world. And who knows, it's not going to be live in person, but it is going to be live over like virtual reality. Where there's a Northeast Organic Seed Conference this year in January, and it's every other year, and it's
Oh,
always been in person and certain things, but this year it's all virtual. And there are tons of awesome organic seed companies in Canada. In fact, I don't remember, is she in Palmerston? Yes, Kim Delaney of Hawthorne Organic Seeds. She's in zone, I'm not sure what zone she
okay.
is. She's not right on the lake, so she's probably colder. Than you, but she grows awesome organic seeds. I love Kim so much, both personally and professionally. But there's this whole crew of organic Canadian seed growers. Honestly, there's more small scale organic seed growers in Canada, in Northeast Canada, than there are in the US. And so there's a bunch of organic seed growers
Really? Yay, go Canada!
breeding and seed production tracks, but there's also just like seed saving, seed swapping. How do we do this? And so, yeah, it's awesome. And I can share the link and introduce you to all my amazing Canada seed friends. I have such a crush
Yeah.
on Canada seed growers. And it looks like you're one of them because you have some beautiful beans going to seed.
Trying. Yes, awesome.
Continuing to freeze. Oh my goodness. Oh, but Sarah, thank you so much. It's been such a joy to
Yeah,
spend this
thank
time
you
with
for
you.
having me.
Oh my gosh.